Powerful Nerdcast assembles!
Stay dandy, baby.
Greetings, my friends. I am back to take a look at Gundam Build Divers Re, the second season. I do want to apologize. I didn't get a chance to watch the last two episodes, but I finally got a chance to sit down and watch them. And honestly, I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing here. There is a sci-fi element that a lot of the times is not present in the Gundam anime franchise. I mean, outside of the fact that there are, of course, giant robots fighting each other, but this one is taking it to a brand new level with the introduction of an artificial intelligence which is going insane on an alien planet, as well as involving the entire concept of Gundam in general. So these last two episodes were very eye-opening in some of the material that they were delivering, and of course it also delivered some really solid action, maybe some of the best that I've actually seen from Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise. Also, I just want to go ahead and tell you guys that it looks like Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise is going to be going on a hiatus for a little bit. This is unfortunately due to the case of the current pandemic that's going on all over the world, and I have no idea when the actual season is going to return. This is unfortunately the case for a lot of different anime that's actually going on right now, and a lot of them that are airing, at least ones that have not completed their production. So when it returns, hopefully I'll be able to get back to it and start reviewing it, but for now, let's just enjoy what we do have and discuss all of it in the comment section below. One more thing, guys, before I begin my review, make sure to check out my Patreon in the description box below. If you guys make a small donation, I will review an anime series of your choice. But I am going to be talking about two episodes today, episodes 17 and 18 of the series, and both episodes are completely different from one another, one of them being a heavy exposition dump and character development episode, and the other one filled with action. So, let's go ahead and start with episode 17, which is basically finally the big reveal and backstory of what actually happened on planet Eldora, who Alus is, and ultimately what this conflict is going to be set up to be. So, we get to learn from Kuwadorn, the massive, weird, biological, mechanical, dragon, legendary beast thing, that apparently he was some sort of weapon which was created by these ancient people on the planet of Eldora. And they also created this artificial intelligence called Alus. This is the one that we currently see in the series, and Alus was created to be sort of like the ultimate, like, guard for the planet. It was created so that it could protect the planet from any potential invaders, and there was some sort of massive unseen war that we never got actually to see, and we get to see that when this war ended, Alus went into hibernation. However, a couple hundred or thousand years later, I'm not even sure if they even really specify, Alus decides to wake up, and something happened to it during this period of sleep. Basically, it got entirely reset, and it thinks that all of the citizens on the planet of Eldora are actually invaders, so it goes out of its way to try and destroy all of them. To make matters worse, it takes advantage of that one Gunpla battler, Masaki Shido, and uses his powers and all of his knowledge of Gunpla to create this like massive army, which basically takes over the entire planet, and that sort of leads us to where we are in the current series right here. It's an AI that's gone insane, and anything that will threaten planet Eldora, it will do everything in its power to actually destroy it, even if that means copying its various abilities. So now we pretty much know the entire backstory of how all this is happening, and how Masaki was taken in by this artificial intelligence and is keeping him in this world and using his knowledge of Gunpla to basically subjugate everything. And like I said, this is unlike anything that we've actually seen from Gundam before. We've seen maybe hints of it in G Gundam, just with the whole Devil Gundam thing, but like this is an entirely different thing with the concept of aliens and different planets and all that other thing. Like this is new, and in that sense, I kind of like it. It's sort of breaking free from the mold of the whole War is Hell styled storyline that Gundam is known for, and while I do prefer that style of storytelling for this genre, I have to admit, at least they're doing something different here, and I like that. It makes it a lot better than the last season of Gundam Build Divers, I have to admit, and I said that previously when we got to the first half of this season right here. And not only are the characters way more developed and interesting, but the world that they inhabit just seems a little more thoughtful than some of the stuff that they've actually done before. I still don't like it more than the very first season of Gundam Build Fighters, but that's an entirely different story, and that's basically an entirely separate universe as well, despite the fact that they have the one thing in common of being able to build Gunpla and use them in battle. But the rest of this episode basically follows the characters as they return to the real world, reeling with the brand new information that they've been given about Alice and trying to decide if they're going to go back to this world and actually save it. And this is a good moment to actually see them again in the real world and get some solid development for their characters, in particular Hiroto, who has a really great interaction with his father, a character who's been pretty much non-existent throughout most of the series. The only thing that we know is that he's a starving artist. He's desperately looking for work, and it's good to see him actually act like a freaking human being and not like a cartoon character in this episode, giving some words of wisdom to his son. The next episode is where they finally deliver some action. It seems like they've been sort of building up to a massive confrontation with Alice and his mobile suit, which is like a dark, evil copy of Hiroto's. And this is definitely some of the best action that I have seen from the series, as well as, again, giving some nice development to the character of Hiroto, who is reeling over the fact that he's having to use the power of his U-Raven Gundam. And this is, again, all tied to the backstory of that mysterious girl, which, again, we still don't really know the full details of quite yet. But this is a really great showcase for all of these characters as they save the citizens of Eldora. And then, of course, you have Hiroto. And his battle with the Alice Earth 3 Gundam is really solid, and maybe features one of my favorite moments from the entire franchise at this point, as not only does he have the unique ability to have his Gunpla have like all these different armor pieces which can be removed and combined with different things, but he's able to actually defeat the Alice Earth 3 Gundam in one of the coolest fashions possible by basically allowing his gun to attach to his flying system, and while he's being destroyed by the Alice Earth 3 Gundam, this thing flies in, slams right into the face of the Alice Earth 3 Gundam, allowing him to grab onto the gun and blast him at point-blank range, literally blowing this thing's damn head off, and it looks awesome. It's, like I said, maybe one of the best scenes from Gundam Build Divers. Maybe my favorite scene thus far. Now, of course, that this thing has been defeated doesn't really mean too much. It's going to be a small victory. We know that we're going to see the return of something possibly even stronger, and the more that Alice actually sees the Build Divers in battle, he's probably going to continue to emulate a lot of their abilities and create even stronger mobile suits. We'll get to see how this entire intergalactic battle is going to take place in the future, but for now, we're on a big cliffhanger. So what's the rundown on both of these episodes of Gundam Build Divers? I really liked both of these, like I said, for only the unique story that they're finally giving us. I've already said many times that the Gundam Build Fighters series has done a good job of sort of breaking away from the core Gundam canon, and that's not to say that there always is a core Gundam canon. I mean, we've had multiple universes before and different spin-offs from the Universal Century storyline, but this has always been the wildest departure from what we've actually seen from this genre, and I really loved Gundam Build Fighters. I can't stress that enough. I still think the first season is downright one of the best Gundam, period. And I've had a lot of problems with Gundam Build Divers, especially that first season with Riku and all of his friends, but it seems like they are just going out of their way in this season to completely rectify all of the mistakes that were present in that one, and they're doing it in the best way possible, not only by giving us a story that we haven't seen before, but by making these characters two-dimensional, showing that they're human with human emotions and that they can be affected by all of this stuff. The fact that they've been drawn into this weird intergalactic battle with an evil AI and a weird system which can actually take control of someone who is in a coma. That's the most interesting thing about Masaki, too. Like, he's a villain, but he's a villain who's forced to be a bad guy, all because of Alice. I'm really curious to see if they're going to somehow transform Alice back into its original form, or if they're going to have no choice but to destroy this thing, and how this is ultimately going to tie into the Ancients of Eldora. There's still a surprising amount of lore in this world that I think is just rich for the mining, and I can't wait to see how they're ultimately going to pull it off at the end of the day. Hiroto is a great main character for this season. He's way better than Riku ever was. Getting to see his development from the first half of the season to where he is now, you can actually tell that there's something there. There's some thought that the actual producers are putting into this character, and that even goes for the side characters. They all started off as sort of like these one-dimensional, one-note characters, and now they have so many layers to them, and a lot of that is owed to the big revelation of what's truly going on in this series. It works tremendously well, and it also helps that episode 18 has some pretty good animation attached to it. It just makes those action scenes all the more exciting. So, I liked both of these episodes. Even though episode 17 was a massive exposition and info dump kind of episode, I definitely got a lot of enjoyment out of it. And of course, 18 was action-packed and really fun and what I was hoping to see more of from the series. But now I'm actually legitimately interested in to see where this story is going to go. So yeah, I'm pumped for the future of Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise, and I hope you guys are too. So like I said, 4 out of 5 for both of these episodes. I really hope that the series is going to return soon. Like I said, with this hiatus thing, we just kind of have to be patient, and we have to realize that everyone in the world is dealing with this stuff right now, so we can't fault them for actually delaying the episodes. We just have to wait and get excited and support the show when it does release. And thankfully, the good people at Bandai and Gundam Info on YouTube are delivering these episodes for free. So make sure to check out any and all content that they have, and let's just get excited for the return of the series. So there it is. You got my thoughts on the episode. I want to get yours. Make sure to sound off in the comment section below about the big revelations behind Planet Eldora, Alice the evil AI, the development between all of the characters, and what you hope to see from the future of Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise. Thank you guys for watching this review. Make sure to give this video a like. Use your Buster Rifle, use your Beam Saber, whatever it takes. Hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content just like this one. If you guys want to go the extra mile in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon and PayPal in the description box below. If you guys make a donation to my Patreon, I will do an anime review of your choice, so stay tuned for all of that. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time, guys, and as always, stay dandy, baby.